Games journalists really, really like it. IGN, let's not pretend we're mad the new Assassin's Creed Shadow Samurai isn't Asian. It does nothing for Asian representation to have another samurai hero. I guess we've had enough then. We've had enough Japanese samurai games. We don't need any more, according to IGN. What about this? Who's Assassin's Creed Shadows protagonist Yasuke? The history behind the first Black Samurai explained. Well, that history that's been edited over the past week to match up what they're trying to tell us. Oh, that's interesting. What about the person that was in charge of researching that history for Ubisoft? Did you see this, Jeremy?
I did.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ubisoft hires LGBTQ activist as consultant who wants to challenge moral standards around transgenerational sex.
Jeez.
This is someone whose area of study when it comes to Japan is like 14, 15, 16th century relationships between old men and young boys. That's what we're talking about. That's their expert that they brought in, the woke hacktivist that they brought in. But here's some other great headlines. Assassin's Creed doesn't care about historical accuracy, and neither should you. This was pointed out
every single time.
They went from, this is real. He was really a black samurai. Everything we've said about him is absolutely true. And if you deny it, you're a bigot. In a span of a day, they went to, well, you know, they've never really cared about historical accuracy. So why do you care so much? You're the ones telling us that all of this actually fucking happened. But maybe my favorite one of all, Jeremy, was this. They wouldn't want an African Assassin's Creed either. People suggesting African Assassin's Creed would be a better place for Yasuke, but they'd be making the same arguments if that's what we had.
Oh,
you know the funniest part about this entire thing, Jeremy? I know you're not an Assassin's Creed fan. We had one. They had one in fucking Egypt. And guess what? The guy was fucking brown, like exactly what you would expect for people in Egypt, like at that time, that weren't the rulers, right? They had an African Assassin's Creed with protagonists that made sense in that time frame. What's the ratio on this? Is it ratio to hell by racists? Oh, 90,000 upvotes to 10,000 downvotes.
Where's all those racists at?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's just such a fucking joke. And the fact that we've watched in real time as they've basically edited Wikipedia, they've edited Britannica, things have been edited over the past couple days over a video game.
Yep.
This used to be what the entry was on Wikipedia and a lot of other places. It's important to note there are no historical writings or evidence that Yasuke was considered a samurai. He was never given a fief or referred to one in any writings. Well, that got changed to remove that. Remove any idea that there's no actual proof of this and just state it as fact. This thing is wild, and I don't think the backlash is going to end anytime soon. We've seen it over and over again. We know the reason this happened. They admitted they intentionally wanted to give somebody non-Japanese eyes, and that's why they went with this, even though everyone knows this should have been a Japanese male protagonist.